12th of June, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua with Rashi, Shelach. Your heart.
No, that means, it means to search. You shouldn't be searching after. We'll see it's in this week's Parsha as well, right at the end. It's interesting that they're obviously they are connected. Let me see here. Explore. They should explore the land of Canaan.
Okay. That they should explore the land of Canaan that I am giving to the children of Israel. Each and every man from
one man lemate avosav, per the tribe of his fathers. So basically, in English, you would actually just say one man per tribe, per the tribe of his fathers.
You shall send every
one man to each tribe, for the tribe, each man for his father's tribe. Okay, basically means you should say one man per tribe, and that tribe is his father's tribe. And so for each tribe, there was supposed to be one. Each tribe, there was supposed to be one representative, and the representative of each tribe was from that tribe. Okay?
He was a leader of that tribe.
No. Besides that, the pasuk then says, Koil, all of them, each one of these representatives was a Nasi Kohen, was the leader among them.
So why does it say
Koil, all of them
here and says ish echad up there? It's inconsistent.
Sorry?
I said it's inconsistent. It says ish echad, and you translate that as one man from each tribe.
Right.
And it says kol, and you translate that as each one.
No, I said Kol, all of them were, all of them were princes, not princes, leaders among them. I'll tell you exactly how I translated it. And all of them leaders among their tribes. Right.
Okay, so Rashi says, Shelach lecha anashim, send for yourself men. Lama nismecha parashas regal miraglim lefarashas mir yam. Why is this passage next to the I'm sorry, this passage of the spies is next to the passage of Miriam.
Right.
Lifi Shelach sa al iske diba. Because that she was stricken about what's East K?
Literally means subject of, maybe. al iske dibo. She was smitten on account of slanderous speech.
Shedibra ve'achiha, that which she spoke about her brother. Ureshaim halalu, and these wicked ones, ra'u velo lakhu musar, saw and did not receive the lesson.
Right, they didn't take a lesson.
Take.
They didn't take a lesson.
They didn't take a lesson. What's the difference between taking a lesson and receiving a lesson?
You're right. No, difference is whether who's incumbent to internalize the message. It means these men should have seen what had happened to Miriam and internalized what happened, and they should have taken a message from there.
Shelach lecha, send for yourself. The term lecha means lidatecha, by your discretion. Ani eini mitzaveh lecha, I do not command you.
Since I'm not commanding you to do so.
Im tirtzeh shelach, if you want, send. Lefi sheba'u Yisrael v'amru, since Israel came and said, Nish lecha a nashim lefanenu, let us send men in front of us. Kama shene'amar, as it says, v'tik revun elai bulchem v'gomer. And all of you approached me, etc. Umoshe nim lach bashchina, and Moshe consulted with the Shechina. Amar.
Akash Baruch Hu said.
That is, God said.
Yeah.
Ani amarti lahem shehi tova. I said to them that it is good. Shene amar, as it says. Le eschem me ani mitzrayim v'gomer. I shall bring you up from the affliction of Egypt, etc.
Now, the etc. is the important part. It says to a land flowing with milk and honey.
Right.
That's the important point over here.
I see. Chayehem, by their lives, shani no sein lahem, that I give to them, makom lit os, a place to make an error.
Right.
The divrei hamiraglim, through the words of the spies, leman lo yirashuha, so that they will not take possession.
Right, in order they will not take possession of it.
So Hashem doesn't want us to take possession of the land?
No, it's because they had questioned. I mean, I'll put it in the terms as follows. Somebody offers you a beautiful gift. And he says, he assures you this is the best gift I could ever give you. This is really a special gift. And then you ask, he says, well, do you mind if I see it first? What is that telling you? It's like, you don't trust me, do you? I'm telling you, this is the most beautiful gift I think. You asking, can I see it first? Is like saying, well, I don't really trust you. And even when it's not so much a reason of it's not so much a reason of questioning whether yes or no. But it is questioning whether, it's doubting the possibility of actually whether the actual level of the goodness of the land over here. That's what he's saying. Them actually questioning is, well, we want to see it first. It's like, in a way, it's like a slap in the face to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, promise you, I'm bringing you to the best land there is. And they say, well, can we see it first? It's like saying, what do you mean? I promise you it's the best land that there is. Are you questioning, can we want to see it first? Saying, asking to see it first, like saying, well, we don't really trust you. And besides the fact, hello?
Yes, I'm here.
We're here.
Besides the fact that there's also, there's 2 points over here by questioning. One is that they didn't fully trust the Kodesh Baruch Hu. And the question is as well, did they make it like a question? If we agree, if we see that it's good, we're going to take it. If not, Kodesh Baruch Hu say, okay, we'll pass. I'm not sure that actual second point is really applicable over here. It was more that they wanted reassurance that this land that they're going to is Kodesh Baruch Hu is promising to give them is really really fulfills their dreams, put it that way. Okay? Because we're going to see over here, we're going to see that the main point was because they did not have full trust.
Oh, do we lose the rabbi?
I think so. He looks like he's frozen.
Because I was wondering if the people of if Israel in Egypt knew of the promise that Hashem gave to Abraham, that they would get a land, they would get the land.
Well, I presume that Israel knew that.
So what people are they talking about here? Just the spies then?
No, the people of Israel. The Jewish.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. So if they knew that the land was promised to them through Abraham Avinu, you would think, why would they have any questions about it? It must be good, I would think.
Well, I'm troubled by the idea that sending spies is not necessarily a sign of distrust. I mean, you have to have hishtadlus, and sending spies is is a very reasonable step to take. You're taking a few million people, and you're going to go into an unknown place, and you're going to have wars with more millions of people.
Right.
taking some precautions
Mhm.
only reasonable. And we know that 40 years later, Yeshua sent spies in.
That's true too.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So it's hard to understand. And this sentence here where it says that in the Rashi, where it says, I gave them room to error through the words of the spies so that they should not take possession of it. That doesn't sound right to me. That sounds mean.
Yeah.
I've never understood this particular story. I mean, I understand that they messed up and they did the wrong thing. That's the bottom line, I guess.
Right.
This
Right.
whole thing
Well,
with-
lack of faith in Hashem. Yeah.
But this whole thing with Moshe saying, I'm going to send them, even though Hashem makes it clear that it's not a good idea. I don't get that. And if you look at the instructions that Moshe says, a number of times he says, check out the land. Is it a good land? Well, why is he telling them that?
Right. Right.
Don't tell them that. Tell them, check out how plan out how we're going to attack.
Mm.
That's what he should have said to them.
Right.
Where's the good forest area where we can cut down the trees and and make our weapons, and where's the fruit trees? We got to avoid that area because we can't cut them down, and that kind of stuff.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No.
So I hope he's coming back.
He might have internet problems. I don't know if he was on his computer or his phone. I didn't notice.
I think it was his computer. It looked like.
Oh, okay.
So how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you, Baruch Hashem.
Good to hear.
And a nice Shabbos. My wife just told me that we didn't spend it with my son's family. My wife told me today that one of their daughters came down with COVID, which was just as well that we didn't spend it with them.
Yeah.
No.
Phil Servetsky just came out with COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was going to go to America. He got his test in order to be able to go on the plane, and it came back negative or positive or whatever you say. It came back that he had it.
He had it, so he couldn't go.
He couldn't go. He's got to postpone it a couple of weeks. What a pain.
Well, that's the thing. I think my daughter-in-law told my wife on Friday that some of the girls in this granddaughter's class came down with COVID.
Right.
So she asked, do you want to come over for lunch, which we usually do? And my wife said, no.
No way.
Yeah.
Not if you're high risk.
That's right.
Your wife is
That's
definitely
right.
high risk.
There's no way my wife can get sick at all in any type of disease, so she
Right.
could heal her cancer situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah, and unfortunately, I read that there's a resurgence.
yeah, I don't understand that.
They're advising people to wear masks inside again. They're
Oh,
not
really?
requiring it, but they're advising it. Well, because what happens, Mayor, is that there's mutations.
No, right.
You've got
Right.
this virus, multiplying in the bodies of people, and if a mutation comes around that's stronger, then you can get whole nother resurgence of it.
Yeah, I hear. That's a good idea. I should dig out a mask just in case, because I'm going shopping later.
Yeah, I'm wearing a mask indoors now. I'm very high risk, so I have to be.
You have to do it then.
Yeah,
Okay, my apologies.
no problem, Rabbi. How's your internet going?
It's okay. It wasn't into it. It just said my device. All of a sudden, I don't know. You know, you ever got this sign from Windows saying your device had a problem? Anyway,
I
that's
haven't
what,
seen that, no.
What?
I haven't seen that, no.
Anyway, the kids. I don't know. My internet is doing. I mean, well. I mean, I have like 100 megabyte speed connection. It shouldn't
That
be a
should be
problem.
good. That should be very good.
Right.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe it was something in the computer itself. I don't know. I've only had this problem when using Zoom, because I guess Zoom is heavy on the computer's resources. Okay.
Could be.
It
Could
is.
be.
So
Fine.
Mayor and I were discussing while you were gone.
Okay.
It seems like, just, looking ahead a little bit into the Parsha, it's very hard to understand Moshe's role in this, because Hashem hints to here very strongly that it's not a good idea.
Right.
And Moshe goes ahead and does it anyway. And Rashi makes the point that we just read, that the land was good. We know it's good. So if we look at Moshe's description when he tells the spies what to do, I think like 4 times he says, and observe the land. Is it good? Why is he giving them instructions like that? Why is he not listening to Hashem and messing everything up this way?
You mean to say he's like, how do you say it? He's giving them temptation. He's opening the, he should tell them very straight out, I'm not happy about this, but if you want to do it anyway, I'll tell you another point as well. We're going to see further. These men who were chosen by Moshe, obviously Moshe realizes that there's spiritual danger involved in sending spies. Because the actual question itself, we want to see for ourselves. He's saying it's like opening up. Is starting up trouble, because technically they should have had implicit trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu in saying that Eretz Yisrael is a good land. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to bring them there. He's going to take care of them. The actual mere fact that they say we want to see for ourselves implicates the lack of trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I
have a problem with that.
What?
I have a problem with that view, because you have to have hishtadlus. You have to have hishtadlus. You've got 2 million people or more that you're going to bring into a place you've never seen, and you're going to be fighting wars against millions of enemies. You've got to do hishtadlus. You can't just say we're going to march in blindly. That wouldn't be right.
So there's 2 aspects over here. There was the investigation, the exploration. Is it a good land or not? And there's a second aspect, which was the strategic, trying to find out the strategic lay of the land in order to have the best way to conquer it. So if you look in here in this week's Parsha, Moshe Rabbeinu has correctly asked the question. Moshe Rabbeinu gives them opening and says, let's check it out. Is it a good land or isn't it a good land?
Right. I don't understand that statement.
Which sounds like a fact finding, not just a fact finding, but it's like an exploration, is it a good land or not a good land? Which l'chayra sounds not a desirable way of looking at the land. Because as far as that is concerned, they should have had implicit trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yeah, for sure it's a good land. Right? If HaKadosh Baruch Hu has promised it to us and this is the promised land, for sure it's a good land. This does not preclude them having a strategic fact-finding mission to know the best way to conquer it, which appears in Parshas Dvarim. There, the Torah also, Moshe Rabbeinu says over in Moshe Rabbeinu's famous final speech, right? Got up, spoke there for 36 days. Okay.
Yeah.
And there he mentions over there, he says, you all came to me and you said, we want to know. It's interesting. This Rashi quotes the pasuk, but the actual pasuk there says, just hold on a second. Tell you what the pasuk says. Basically, there the Torah relates what was the people's request. Request was for a strategic request. Where is it? But yeah, chapter 1, 20, pasuk 22. Should bring back word. Right? Which best is the best way of entering the land? And what are the kind of cities that we are going to enter, meaning to conquer them?
This is what the people asked Moshe?
Yeah, no, it's
This is in
Nusach.
Devarim?
This is in Dvarim. Rashi quotes this pasuk at the beginning of the pasuk.
And when you say it was 1:1?
Chapter 1, Dvarim chapter 1, pasuk 22.
Right.
Okay.
Right?
It was like a reconnaissance mission.
Correct.
Yeah.
So then, in that respect, so that was okay. So the questions over here, is it a good land or not a good land? So Moshe Rabbeinu was in a no-win situation. As far as Hashem was concerned, he realized Hashem does not want them to make such a trip at all, a trip to find out, is it a good land or not a good land? Kosh Baruch Hu doesn't approve of really such a thing. On the other hand, he saw the feelings of the people, unless he somewhat placates and acquiesces to their request, which was indeed to see is it a good land or not, unless he acquiesces to a certain extent to their request, they're gonna oust him. They're not gonna accept it.
Where are you getting the idea that the people wanted to know if it was a good land or not?
Because that's what Rashi says over here.
I don't see that. You're talking about on 121, right? 122.
Yeah.
I see he says they were a rabble, but I don't see him saying anything about them wanting to know if the land was good.
Well, that's what they said. But what did it say they said over there?
They said we want to see what road to take.
Right. Yeah. In Achanami, that sounds more just a strategic request.
Right.
Right.
So question is, what's for Yachpuru Lonu es haaretz. What do
Okay.
those words mean?
Trying to find that. Where is that?
Yeah.
The
Refer means to like dig, means to dig. Trying to dig out the land, which means to
Literally,
investigate.
Uh-huh.
Right?
So
when
it
English says, let them
sounds
spy out the land.
right, which sounds that if it was just to, it could have left out those words. If that was the strategic reconnaissance mission which there was required, the Yachnu Lones Haaretz is unnecessary. Those words imply we want to actually have a real fact-finding mission to know is it a good land or not.
I don't see how you get that. Yachperu means to dig.
Sorry?
You said Yachperu means to dig?
Yeah, literally.
Literally means to dig.
Okay, so why can't it mean to dig into the strategy? Dig into the land to see what's the best
Yeah,
strategy.
but then the words are superfluous.
Why?
You could have just said, why mention those words?
To express the fact that this is a necessary activity because it's not simple. We have to go in there and look around and see where is it good to go, where is it not good to go, where are the fortifications.
But anyway, Chazal definitely understood that, and we see from what Moshe told them over here that obviously Moshe is not. Moshe himself, l'chayra, is not doubting HaKadosh Baruch Hu's ability to bring them, and his not just ability, his seriousness to carry out what he's promised. Moshe Rabbeinu is not doubting that. So
Well,
obviously he's coming to placate these feelings among the people.
I question that.
Who?
I question that because
Okay.
in verse 19, Moshe says, is it good or is it bad? Why is he saying that?
Why is he giving them? So obviously Moshe Rabbeinu felt that there was a need, as far as the people were concerned, there was a need for them to find out, is it a good land or not? You are saying maybe it's Moshe Rabbeinu who's the one who's lacking in faith, but the people were fine.
I'm saying I don't understand the way Moshe speaks. I don't understand why he says that.
Oh, so I'm telling you,
Like
it's
he made a
obviously
mistake.
the way he speaks is obviously in response to what the people requested. This is what they were requesting. So he gave them clear instructions. I want to make another point over here. It's undoubted, it's no doubt that Moshe Rabbeinu, when he chose these men to go to explore the land, obviously he chose the guys who were least likely to bring back a bad report. Moshe Rabbeinu was aware of the dangers of sending representatives, sending explorers to the land to see if it's a good land or not. Moshe Rabbeinu was aware of the danger. So obviously when he chose them, and Rashi says going to say, ish echad, Rashi says, Kuloma, later it says, Kuloma Noshim, Pasuk Gimel, Kuloma Noshim, Rashi says that they were tzaddikim, we're going to see in the next pasuk. They were tzaddikim at that time, right? They were ksherim anyway. Okay, so Moshe Rabbeinu obviously chose good guys. He didn't just choose any Tom, Dick, and Harry. Okay.
But why didn't he send Nachshon ben Aminadab? I don't think he would have done the wrong thing.
Oh, so you note over here, these men who were sent were not the Nasi of the tribe, wasn't the number one of the tribe. Each one was a leader among his tribe, but they weren't the number one. None of them was the number one. Even Yoshua wasn't the number one of his tribe.
So why is that?
Because what we said, who Moshe Rabbeinu was sending here was not an Indian of, we want to send somebody of the tribe, the biggest tzaddik and the most suitable person for this job. It wasn't necessarily the top leader of the tribe to do the job. Each tribe chose a representative to be the one to go to do this exploration mission.
Okay.
Okay, we'll leave it for tomorrow. I think we'll rediscuss it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah, I have a lot of difficulty. I never understand this story here. It always gives me trouble every year.
Okay.
Okay.
Remind me of, the story of the Tenorena.
The Tenorena?
There's, you know what Tenorena is?
No.
Is a translation into Yiddish of the Torah, where it was particularly made for women, that they should be able to read the Parsha in Yiddish because they weren't necessarily familiar with Hebrew. Anyway, and there was this lady who was reading it, and whenever she came to Parshas Vayeshev, she always got upset. She said, last year, Yosef, right, his father sends him there, and what happens in the end? Yosef goes, and his brothers pick up a scheme and they throw him into the pit and everything else. So I can't understand. This year he did it again. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Moshe's doing it again.
Right, exactly. Okay. Have a great day.
Okay, you too, Rabbi. Be well.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.